This podcast is brought to you by Primary Arms. Primary Arms seeks to provide the best shopping experience for everything firearms. With over 13,000 products from over 400 top brands, Primary Arms carries the complete selection of rifles, handguns, firearms parts, shooting gear, apparel, and more. Every order comes with a commitment to superior service, backed by fast shipping and an expert support team. Primary Arms, serving freedom since 2008. Find out more at frn.deals/PA. Welcome to the AR-15 podcast. This show is for you if you just bought your first rifle or if you've been building them for years. There is something we can all do to take our black rifles to the next level. My name is Nick Dooley, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Garth Over.
How we doing tonight, bud?
Oh, we are doing just wonderful. How about you?
You know, not too bad. I got my Christmas decorating done, so that's out of the way. I hope the neighborhood really loves that 20-foot tall giant Santa Claus in my yard.
Yeah, well, it is definitely a sight to behold.
It absolutely is. Yeah, I've got a couple of neighbor girls who've been on my case for like the last 5 years that I don't decorate enough to appease their inner child. And so I was talking to their mom the other day, and she's like, well, we could get you a Grinch. I'm like, no, I've got it covered this year. So.
Yes.
Yeah, so there it is. One and done.
I approve.
Yeah, so anything new with you?
Not a lot. Waiting on a holster to show up for a new concealed carry gun for me. Or
Nice.
not even a new concealed carry gun. I am changing up what it is that I am carrying, and by that I mean I'm carrying the exact same gun I have for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Just adding a light.
Well, I mean, I guess I could say the same thing about my carry gun. I didn't change anything up per se. I'm still carrying the same gun. I'm just doing it in a different fashion now. For all the viewers watching at home, I love my North American Arms 22s, and anyone can knock them, but I don't care. I love them. So I ordered a holster and went back to the original grip on them. So it's the cutest dang little holster you ever did see. And it's definitely a backup. It's not my main carry, but I've been rocking it ever since I got the holster in the mail 2 days ago.
Yeah, well, it started with me putting that, actually, it was even before that. I ordered that Sentinel 2 and upgraded the dot on my 365 XL, and then went, I should probably have a light too.
Well, obviously, most of the time you do. I haven't got there yet. I have lights. I just don't have holsters to carry them. So concealed, that is.
Well, and I have lights on all of my comp guns and my duty guns per se. My go fast, cool, kick ass take names, death machine stuff. But I went, this is the gun I actually have on me, and right now we get way more darkness than we do light.
Yeah.
Like, we have about 10 hours of daylight right now, and that's not the only reason to keep a light on your gun, but it definitely is a reason.
It's one of many reasons. It just, when I carry it concealed, I want to go light as possible, and not like seeing light, but just like, I'm a big guy. It's hard for me to conceal a weapon well.
So, and that is hilariously funny to me, because as like the resident concealed carry instructor.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it just
bigger guys can carry guns easier than little people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I don't know about that.
Oh, 100%. Because if you throw a gun on well, for you it would be 9 o'clock. For me, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, inside the waistband, your body will cover up more of the gun than one of our skinnier friends, or even someone like my wife who can't carry like that because the gun sticks out past their body.
Well, yeah, in that regard, yes, and it also depends on where and how I carry a gun. But for me, like I said, I'm already a big dude, and I don't want to buy bigger pants than I already have to. That's why I hate concealing inside the waistband. It just bothers me.
Yep, and I do it because it's not about comfort; it's about having a gun.
Well, I agree. That's why I just wear baggy shirts and usually a hoodie or jacket or something like that because outside the waistband does not bother me at all. Actually, pocket carry doesn't bother me in the least bit. So.
Yep, and I just stick to the tried and true. Like I might pocket carry, or well, I generally am pocket carrying as well. But
Yes.
I also, my concealed carry is generally strong side hip and all day, every day.
Yeah.
And it's just decisions we make, and that's what we do.
No, I again, yeah, I get it. I mean, if I do carry one of my 9 mils, it's usually on about the, I suppose, 7 o'clock position, 8 o'clock position, somewhere back there outside the waistband. Because I just, again, I'm southpaw, so it's hard to find a good holster for me. I know there's companies that make them and stuff, but if you don't get to actually just try the holster out, that's why I buy like the Vertex holsters and stuff like that. Or no, what's that company? It starts with a V. The Viridian or something like that.
Well,
I
there's the
can't
Viridian
remember.
lasers, but
Nah, I can't remember. I'd have to look them up.
look and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just spend an asinine amount of money on holsters. Would be my issue. So.
No, well, I do too. I mean, I have a tote full of holsters that I used to think that one holster that you carry in the appendix, where you grab the top of it and rip it up and then pull the gun out. I thought that was
the urban carry.
The urban carry. Yes, I thought that was the cat's meow one time.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
And then
Versa carry. That's it. That's the whole
and then we learned, and I have talked nothing but shit about Versa carry my entire career. So.
And that's mainly what I carry with on outside the waistband.
Yeah, well, and you're looking at actually their leather holsters that are form fitted to a firearm.
Yeah.
Because when Versa carry first came out, they did the plug inside the barrel as an inside the waistband.
Oh yeah, that was awful. Horrible idea.
All I did was mock them. And yeah, I actually just did get a new outside the waistband for my new, concealed carry setup as well for when I do that, since it is cooler out and I can get away with a hoodie or a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have an outside the waistband for that. And that one came from Black Rhino Concealment, so that they could have that type on, or, I could have that tight on my side.
Yep.
But Garth, you can finally, we can get into what we did with guns this week, because you can finally give an update.
I can give an update. We went to the range. We shot guns together. We sighted in deer rifles together, and I mean, you were already on, but I mean, but yeah, I took the Jackal out and ran it down range, and it shot flawlessly. The recoil was again fantastic. We had one of your buddies stop by. We let him shoot the rifle, and all of a sudden he was thinking about ordering one for Black Friday.
Yeah, strangely enough. Also, guys, this will come out after Black Friday, but it will come out on Cyber Monday.
Sure will.
And this is my gentle reminder to all of our viewers. Please make sure to click through that affiliate link when you go to PSA, because I have their Black Friday list in full what they have. And there are some awesome deals to be had on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like full bolt carrier groups for $60. And that's just a handy part to have on hand.
Yeah.
So, anything else been going on, Garth?
No, I went and scouted some deer today while I was at the farm and saw a couple big body does, but it was about 20 minutes before dusk, and I just didn't really feel like gutting a deer in the field. So,
Oh man, as you said that, wasn't there a song? It wasn't big bodied does. I believe it was like big bootied hoes
probably.
from like back in the 90s. I recall that. And that's all I could think of is like the techno version of that. But no, so we got the jackal sighted in. Any other new and exciting things that you've?
No, not yet. I have not dove into the Black or the Cyber Monday deals yet because I'm scared because I have a pocket full of change. There, we'll use that song reference. Oh no, it's pocket full. It don't matter. I've got some cash stored away that I could definitely spend, but I think we're gonna have to put some of that towards the suppressor here in the near future. And then, of course, when Bond Arms comes out with their lever action, I don't know. It is November.
Allegedly.
I don't think I've bought my November gun yet.
I think you have.
Well, I bought the last gun, the shotgun.
I think it's right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, technically, yes. I was just going to steal parts from that gun, so I wasn't claiming it as a. Yes, it's a full gun purchase, 100%. There is no lie about that. But I was going to steal parts off of it for an existing gun I already have, so I wasn't really counting that.
Look, but I have it. It's
okay.
there.
Yes, you have it. Is that sad that I wasn't counting that? That I forgot about it, and you told me it was there 5 minutes ago before we started the show. Oh my gosh. Thanks, James. I agree. Glocks don't count.
Yeah, because if it was a quality firearm, we might.
Well, I mean, once I take it to our buddy and have him Cerakote it for me, and smooth that Gen 4 grip down to make it look like a Gen 5, the Glock Tendo is coming. 100%. I'm pretty stoked about that for like the one competition I'll run a year with it, but.
Yep. I did complete a new, or well, not a new, but I completed another lower here the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And an ambi lower that I had, we'll say laying around. And
yeah.
this was one I had, and I went, I'm going to pull the carbon fiber lower that I had on my old competition gun off, because I know that gun shoots lights out.
Mm-hmm.
And do some lower swapping around and get a solid optics testing platform set up. Anytime we want to try optics or see how they do, since I have a gun and a load that I know shoots sub MOA, I know that I can switch to an optic and everything will run with that. Mm-hmm. And I do have the last little bit of that build sitting on my desk.
Nice.
Yes. For anybody who ever asked, and I'm going to answer a question that has not been asked, but these are 100% my favorite triggers. And you'll see that this is not a trigger. This is, in fact, a JP spring kit. Spend about 5 minutes polishing a mil-spec trigger, and then put that JP spring kit on there. And you can get those like off Brownells or Primary Arms for under $15 shipped, or I should say around $15 shipped.
Mm-hmm.
And I have $200 cassette triggers, and I will say those are as good as my $200 triggers. And I went, hey, I found this. These work awesome. And it doesn't cost me as much money. So I'm kind of all about that.
Nice. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention this. My Camarado, how's he pronounce it?
Camarado.
Camarado. That stuff showed up today. I got the hat, the vinyl sticker for the Jeep, and I've got, of course, the big luau Hawaiian shirt in the Camarado pattern. So it fits fantastic. So if you guys are looking for some awesome Black Friday deals or gift ideas for Christmas, go check out Sean over at We Like Shooting. He's got his own clothing line now.
Well, it's a camo pattern at camarado.com.
Yes.
And
very cool stuff.
They are. I am wearing the pajama pants right now.
Are you? I was gonna get them. Are they super comfortable?
They are super comfy. It's literally like wearing nothing at all.
Should ordered them. Oh well. Next time.
Yes, next time. They are, they're super light, super. I told them I'd take a picture in them, and then I realized there's no good way to take a picture in these.
Well, I told him we'd be at the range the next couple of days. He never said anything about you wearing yours here.
Well, it's when I would do that, like, I think the only proper way to take this photo would be like the Burt Reynolds bear rug style.
Yes. That would be fantastic.
Like it'll be something like that if I do it.
Perfect.
Yep. And James, I have not put that spring kit on the PSA EPT, but that is an enhanced polish trigger. And I can only assume that if their polish is as good or, is decent, that it would be a super easy thing to do and a good fit. And a little bit of foreshadowing here, guys. We do have some cool stuff coming up. I know that next week's show will be very interesting, especially for those of you behind enemy lines, if you will, in occupied territory in some states where freedom isn't so free. Because we'll be talking to some gun rights organizers and a gun rights organization that is out there fighting the fight.
Yep, that'll be a good time. And then we've got a night shoot coming up here in a few weeks.
Yes, and so this is one, guys, where it'll be an interesting one to listen to, just a little like housekeeping stuff that no one cares about for the podcast. We even picked up a new microphone to use in a group setting, and hopefully it works where you can understand everyone, because we are going to go do a night shoot and a little bit of a night training, then come back and discuss the high and low points, and maybe like equipment failures, things that went right, things that went wrong, maybe some gear we might change, and etc.
Yep. So fun things coming down the way in a couple weeks.
Yep, like I want to do a little bit of a light shakedown, because I have, well, technically 5 different rifle lights, and like entirely different branded.
Mm-hmm.
and I may have decided to get another one coming too because I need more IR things in my life.
That's fair. You know, I have like 6 rifle lights. They're all the same now because once I find something I like, I just keep buying it. But
Now, are you running actual rifle lights or are you running a pistol light on your rifle?
they're pistol lights on a rifle.
Okay.
100%. That's exactly what they are. But they're universal, man.
We'll see. We'll see. Like
Yeah,
I said, we'll
no,
see.
we'll see. It's been so long since I've actually had to use a light on a rifle that it's gonna be fun. We haven't done it near enough. That's because we stopped spotlighting. Mostly because there's no jackrabbits in South Dakota anymore. So,
I do not have any destructive devices, but I will say this much: like, this is going to be one of those things that some people might find controversial, some people might not. Um, Olight, while they are a Chinese light company, and they do have some very hokey designs, like they answer questions that nobody asked. I have seen a couple of their products that are actually pretty solid. Um, and I know that it is the only flashlight with a confirmed kill on its user because a guy put his light in his mouth and turned it on, and the battery exploded and it
oh,
killed him. Like he was using it, the way we all do. That's a lens pen, not a flashlight. But one of those puts the light in the mouth and working on something. And when he did that, it exploded in his face. And like, there's if you Google like Olight injuries, you will find them. And honestly, what that was they sourced a bad batch of batteries.
I was gonna say, I was like, is it the light's fault or the batteries?
It was the batteries, and it was the batteries they included, and it was a rechargeable one. It
Oh,
just was not a good like solution.
grenaded
And
himself.
yeah, but like as long as you don't put them in your mouth, they have a couple of them that work rather well. Like I know some law enforcement officers and stuff like that that run like Olights as a flash, like a actual flashlight, a proper flashlight, but not a weapon mounted light. So I do have one Olight weapon mounted light I was given a long time or given as a gift that I'm going to shake it out because it is stupid bright. And I
Nice.
have shot with it before. And it has a couple neat features, but I think they might come apart on hard use.
Mm-hmm. What other equipment do you think you're gonna have the most success with versus the least success with on our night shoot?
Um well, my two main flashlights I run on lights.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm spending my money, Streamlight HLX all the way. And I think that those are going to be, those are solid all the way through. Streamlights have always made a good product. My Surefire lights as well, like they're, I believe those are going to work, exceedingly well as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how my knockoff, my Somo Gear Peck holds up, just because I'm sitting at about 1,000 rounds through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still holding 0, which is good. And that's a laser and an IR illuminator. So we'll do a little bit of light and night vision stuff with that, because who doesn't want to play with that stuff?
Yeah,
And
I get that.
then I have another. another cheap one that's been popping up in my feed, and I know one of the guys from Geeks, Gadgets, and Guns bought, and it's like, yeah, I ordered it. I'm going to see what happens, and I might order one as well because, well, I need more than one gun capable of IR stuff. So we're going to put that on and just see how it shakes out and how it works as well. If I order it, which I probably will, and get that coming. And, that actually has a white light on it as well as the visible laser and the IR laser.
Yeah.
So that'll be definitely interesting.
No, I'm looking forward to it. The thing I think I'm most concerned about, and it's not really, well, I mean, one of them's a gear issue, one of them's just gonna be a mental issue in a low light, in almost dark situation. Just being able to find stuff on the kit, feeding magazines correctly into the gun, follow-up shots, finding the reticle. I mean, I have the LPVOs with the low light reticles and stuff, but just things I've never naturally done.
Yep.
Shooting with gloves because it's going to be a little chilly out when we do this. It's going to be December. It's going to be dark. And while we've run competitions and stuff, our competitions are usually from early spring till early fall, and we don't really have the necessity to have gloves and stuff like that on. So I mean, obviously everyone runs out here. Everyone runs their shotgun with some type of glove on it, but you also have big feeding tubes and everything like that. But you get into a pistol or a rifle, and then I'm not really sure. So it's definitely not going to be a speed thing for me. It's going to be repetitions and taking my time just so I can get the motions down, I think.
And that's one of those things that sometimes I forget because, I will put on my kit or my belt and run things in the basement just because, I'm watching TV and I'm like, well, I'm not good at sitting still. And, so I'll be doing that and, loading from different positions. I have a new product that I'm going to try out, and I'm actually looking at it now, thinking it might interfere with my at least one mag on my plate carrier. So I might have to change it up and either not run it or run change where it sits, where either my placard sits, or if I can move that up, because I'm running one of the Thrim Dark Vaults now, which I did not get the full Faraday cage one because I got the one that is comms enabled, so I can carry my cell phone right here on top of my plate, so I can flip down and do like ATAC things and stuff like that. Because as I keep experimenting with some of those things, I figure it'll be good to have that capability.
No, that's definitely that's a whole realm I haven't even really looked into. I mean, I have the radio, but I have not experimented with it on the kit and everything like that. So all these different ideas of comms and really being 100% prepared, I am not there.
Well, and I make it sound like I am.
Yeah, but you've at least thought it through. You have a plan. You have an idea of where you want to go. I'm just like, all right, just grab everything, put it in a bag. We'll sort it out on the way. That's not a good functioning plan.
Yeah, that's where, like, I know you and I were having a conversation earlier about like wearing your kit and being comfortable in it.
Yeah.
And this more like this does come down to like plate carriers, and not guys, not saying everyone needs to have one, but if you do have one, and to some extent even just like chest rigs and your belt, if you're running things that hold magazines, put that stuff on and do things in it.
Yeah.
Like,
wear it around the house for an hour.
well, that's what it says. Straight up, when I try something new out of my plate carrier, if I'm, working at home or something like that, I will put my plate carrier on and run it, not exactly running around with it, but it's, getting dishes out of the dishwasher. I'm bending over. I'm doing that movement around the house, and it really does kind of change up how you think about it. But the other part of that is it gets you used to that weight being on you, because I know, Garth, you mentioned that before. It's like, all right, hey, put it on, let's run it. And you'd never worn one before.
Yep.
Or like, I shouldn't say never worn one, because you had put one on before, but hadn't.
In a lengthy period of time, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You put it on. Yep, okay, this thing fits. I want to take a cool guy picture, and that's it.
Yeah. Take it off. Don't need to wear this right now. I don't need you. Get away from me.
Yep. And then it's, oh no, I'm just gonna, wander about in this because, well, it's sterile and I like the way it tastes. But no, as we go through that, okay, Jim asked a question real quick. And so I have one law and I have one of the Sylvan Arms adapters. I'm not sure which one is over there on my bench right now, but one of them is. The law is a little bit more solid lockup than the Sylvan. The Sylvan is good. My adapter is on my SPR, because that 18-inch gun with a can on it gets a little long, especially if I have it in my Eberly stock rifle pack and I'm like walking out to shoot coyotes or something. I will fold it over just so it doesn't have as much stuff hanging out above my head.
Mm-hmm.
And they are neat for storage and like when you're doing something other than that. Or I should say, I see them as an asset for transportation more so than as a thing for storage, because I myself do not have, I have enough room maybe to store everything. I mean, I might need another safe, but
well, it really depends on, like you said, travel more, and I think that's what a lot of guys like them for, is just the convenience of a backpack, or the convenience of, if a guy like myself, I used to ride motorcycles, and I'd like to be prepared, so I would take a AR, but it's hard to break down a 16-inch gun in a small space, or even a pistol at that point. So having those kind of adapters on them, you can fit those very nicely into a saddlebag.
yep, into a smaller space. I know that I for a while ran my 10.5-inch gun in the saddlebag of my bike, and with a law folder on it, and that was neat. One thing to know, it will increase your length of pull. So if you're like me and just used to, okay, I grip it, I rip it, I pull it all the way out, and then we go shootsy McShootsy, that will change how deep that is and how far your length of pull is. So it will change your sight picture if you have something that's like a magnified optic, because you're not in the same spot you were before, so it can kind of adjust that eye box. And those are just things to think about.
Yeah.
I currently have it on a fixed stock rifle with the Luth AR PRS stock, and I love it on that rifle because it gives me that little bit of extra length I needed as a somewhat larger than average human.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah, and that's what they're for, is mainly for transportation, I would say.
Oh yeah, no, it's convenient. So
yes, and like somehow we got onto that talk tonight, which is fine.
hey man, it's
sorry.
No, we're fine. I think we're doing pretty good for.
It's one of those like, hey, what rabbit hole are we going to go down tonight? and going, oh well, neat. You know, we're going to push all this through.
100%.
But no, guys, if you're looking at Black Friday deals, if you already own a rifle, which I'm hoping everyone listening to this does, or at least an AR of some sort, I have seen PMEGs for as little as $7.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's going to be some companies that have 5.56 or 223 and will be running it at a slightly discounted rate. Guys, buy mags and ammo. Buy mags and ammo.
You bet, man. I'm just kind of perusing the Palmetto State's website right now on their firearm aspect side, and man, they've got some sweet deals. I'm actually really ticked off that I didn't wait and buy that Kel-Tec Sub 2000 now, because I paid $500 for mine. They're at $380 right now. It's a great deal. Oh, got a 40. Oh, that's a 45 long Colt. Never mind. I thought it was 45 70. I was about to be really excited.
Oh boy!
I would have found my November gun like that.
as fast as that credit card information could go into the computer.
That is correct.
All right. Well, guys, Garth, do you got anything else to add this week, or are we going to keep this show kind of short?
I think we keep kind of short, guys. We just wanted to come say hi because, Thursday is Thanksgiving, and, figured you didn't want to come listen to me and Nick talk and drone on about something on Thanksgiving. So we thought we'd just stop in and just chat it up for a little bit. So, no, I really don't have anything else.
Yep. And one last thing, guys. I know that we're hitting the holiday season and Thanksgiving and stuff like that. This time of year can be hard for a lot of people. There are people who hate the holidays. There's people whose family stresses them out. There's a lot of stuff like that, and everyone has their own reasons for it. Everyone remember, you're not alone, and there's people out there who will talk to you and care about you and stuff like that. So make sure if you're going through a bad spot to reach out. And that's all I have to say about that.
Good stuff.
Because reach out to somebody, guys. Make sure of that thing. And so, we missed a golden opportunity this last weekend because I did not get my phone out in time because I watched Garth sing Happy Trails.
No.
Yeah, you got it in. And we just left.
Well, okay, sure.
We missed a golden opportunity to record Garth singing Happy Trails.
Next time. There'll be another karaoke.
There will be another time.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yep. And guys, with that, we do have sponsors to talk about. I didn't even seamlessly get in a segue this time.
I know. I was actually
seamless segue for VZ grips. And, the unique features of VZ grips are machined from a solid block of G10. It's great because it's durable and doesn't get slippery when covered with mud, blood, or sweat. The 17-degree grip angle and wide variety of textures from mild to extreme, along with color options and shorty versions available. 1911 grips, extreme customizability, standard slim palm swell safety, some notches, etc. More than 25 textures and 27 colors are available, and this coupon code is good for 15% off handgun grips and rifle grips. And that code is AR-15 podcast.
Nice.
And I know these guys are going to be running some stellar sales as well. And that's 4Patriots, 4patriots.com, the number 4Patriots. And, January marked the third time a power station in North Carolina was damaged by gunfire. Authorities are saying this raises a new level of attack. So guys, get looking at that solar. I'm still interested in that solar fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And, having all of those things at 4Patriots. And again, 4patriots.frn to see their deals they have going on. And last but definitely not least, the Podfather, the guy who started it all.
Mm-hmm.
Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co.
Did you know that Patriot Patch has gift cards? What better way to celebrate the holiday than going to Patriot Patch, patriotpatch.co, and buying your buddy, your brother, your father, your family member a gift card from Patriot Patch?
A rump.
Yes.
And that is all I got. Garth, you got anything to add this week?
No, man, that was good catching up. Guys, look forward to the upcoming shows we got going on. We're going to have some outstanding guests. We're going to have some awesome content to talk about here into the next month, taking us all the way into Christmas. So stay tuned for those.
And also be prepared, because we will be announcing soon the date of for sure when it will air, because I don't know if we'll be able to go live. And we'll see, because we might simulcast this event if we can.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do that, it will be with Talking Lead and AR versus AK.
You bet.
We're going for the three-peat, guys, where we win for the third year in a row. And commies don't do math right, so they keep saying they won, but they can't count.
Nope.
So, I have nothing else to add. Stay tuned, guys. And again, if you want, jump over on our Discord server, find us on social media, get looking at all that stuff, and start. And the more you interact, the more we have. I think we even have stuff to start giving away.
Very shortly, yes, I believe we do.
Yep. And so, guys, start finding us on social media, start interacting, and we will be doing that. And I promise we are going to do better at social media as well. But because I am ungood at it.
I'm not great.
But you folks out there, you stay safe and stay armed. Support the people who support the show. Primary Arms, VZ Grips, 4Patriots.com, and Patriot Patch Company. Be sure to check us out on social media. AR-15 Podcast 2.0 on Instagram. AR-15 Podcast 2.0 on YouTube. AR-15 Podcast 2 on Twitter. AR-15 Podcast on Facebook and wherever podcasts are found. If you just want to drop us a line, let us know how we're doing, or give us a show idea, make sure to send that email to AR-15Podcast 2.0 at gmail.com.
Perfect.